So we have some individual words and then we have some phrases.
Helpful.
Say again. Helpful.
Helpful.
Can you say help for me? Help.
Help.
I think your placement go a little lower. Help.
Help.
Give a different thing. Help. 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 Maybe a little more breath. Help.
Help.
So something I would experiment with is just to see if you, as you're practicing it, like maybe going like real tight and then gradually opening it like L, 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 L. And just kind of like opening it up that way.
L, 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 L. The same?
It did change. It took a second to change. The first half of it was pretty similar. Okay, so that might be a little exercise, just kind of practice again, just tightening and then opening. It's like L, 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 L. L, 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 L. L, 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 L. See how like the last ones sound pretty different than the first ones.
L, 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 L.
One thing that's happening too is as you're doing that, you're softening a lot. I think perhaps even more to me. So I would try to see if you're also able to maintain the firmness as you do it.
L, 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 L. I can.
Okay.
I can't do it without softening it.
That's
Because
fine.
the L is a soft sound, right? It's a dark L.
So I would say just something exercise to kind of just practice, you know, a minute a day, 2 minutes a day, just kind of going through that little cycle. Stephen, give me one of those later ones. Let's say the word again. It's like helpful.
Helpful.
Can you say that like 3 times? Helpful, helpful, helpful.
Helpful. Helpful. Helpful.
Sometimes I think we're dropping the P a little bit too much. Helpful, helpful, helpful.
Helpful. Helpful. Helpful.
Yeah, but I think I like the last one the most. Yeah, so as you're doing it, just make sure not to reduce the P too much. That last one sounded better. Okay.
So I'm not pronouncing the P.
Sometimes it was dropped, so it almost sounded like helpful. And I don't want something to be helpful. I want something to be helpful.
Don't listen, understand you because of context. I don't know what helpful means.
I mean, it sounds like it's full of hell, and that doesn't sound like something I'd want to be around.
What? That's a word?
It's not, but you can make it into one.
Some people understand you because they have no other words. I was asking about clarity before.
I think people understand it, but the sound can be a little bit. Like if I say, oh, that's very helpful of you, versus, oh, that's very helpful of you. It's a little different.
Yeah, like I said, understand it because of context. I wasn't thinking of how.
For sure, you can understand from context, but it's also stuff that kind of, it can stand out a little bit like, oh, that sounded a little bit weird, but I'm not going to, I don't think anyone will necessarily call you out on it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you.
I like that. Again, pay attention to that last one. I like that last one you did. Okay.
Convertible.
That's a good one for you. Can you say again? Convertible.
Convertible. Convertible.
Yeah,
Convertible.
I like those more than the first one. I think you're giving more space to your stress syllable, which is important. Can you say again for me? Convertible.
Convertible. Convertible. Chevy convertible. Ford convertible.
And make sure when you say Chevy, just hold that E. Chevy.
Chevy. Chevy convertible.
First syllable is more
Chevy convertible.
Sha. So it's not she, it's more sha. Chevy.
Chevy convertible.
That's not this. You're like sha, she versus Chevy.
Chevy. Chevy.
Chevy.
Chevy convertible.
More It's like in bastard cat. Chevy.
Chevy.
Better.
Chevy convertible.
Yeah, just a little bit flat. Make sure on convertible. So like in terms of your pitch parents, like the convertible.
Convertible. Convertible.
Yeah.
Chevy convertible.
Yeah. Like convertible a lot. Yeah. Just watch out for those
And
vowels on Chevy.
level. Meant I also level. Level.
Level. Just hold your the last syllable is a little bit rushed for the vowel. Level.
Level.
Better.
Level. Level.
He licked the labels off the bottle.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of how he said labels.
Me
Yeah,
too.
again.
He licked the labels off the bottle.
Just to kind of see how the sound is. Can you stress licked instead of labels?
He licked the labels off the bottle.
Yeah, I didn't like that bowls part. Okay, can you say bowls for me? Bowls.
Balls.
Low. Make it real fast, weak, low, because it's not the stress part. Balls.
Balls.
Labels.
Labels.
That's not the same sound you gave me a second ago. Balls. Labels.
Balls. Labels.
Kind of tightening up a little bit when you put it in a word. So again, balls. Labels. Balls.
Ball.
Labels. Balls.
Balls.
Labels.
Balls. Labels. Balls. Labels.
Can you do it 3 times for me?
Labels. Labels. Labels.
With the balls sounds like balls. Labels.
Oh yeah.
Balls.
Sorry.
Labels. Balls. Labels.
Balls. Labels. Balls. Labels. Balls. Labels.
Just go a little softer when you're just doing the balls out of sound. Balls. Labels. Balls. Labels. Balls. Labels.
Balls. Labels. Balls. Labels. Balls. Labels.
It feels like we're doing balls. Labels. Like the placement shoots higher on the word than it does individually. And I'd like it to be the same.
Balls. Balls. Labels. Balls. Labels. I
Like
know, man,
the first pair.
to me, I'm whispering the balls.
Can you do the little phrase like, can you say he licked the labels?
He'll lick the He'll lick the labels.
Maybe the placement's going a little high after that. He licked the labels.
He'll lick the labels.
One difference between my ears, you're like, he licked the labels. So you're kind of like curling up. Like, he licked the labels versus mine was going down. He licked the labels.
He'll lick the labels.
Yeah, I like that better. And then that
Okay.
last part, he licked the labels off the bottle.
He'll lick the labels off the bottle.
Yeah, one more time. He licked the labels off the bottle.
He'll lick the label. He'll lick the labels off the bottle.
I think you can do better.
I think I can. He'll lick the labels off the bottle.
That was better. I think that's the better mix of like fluency and clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's times that I thought I came across pretty good, Emmanuel. I just want to work on that consistency because it seems like sometimes we're hitting, sometimes we're a little off the mark.
Yeah, but you see, you were practicing more again vowels like balls, labels. So not L sound itself, but more vowels. You know.
But it's around it because the L sound is impacting the stuff around, and a lot of times
Yeah.
the L doesn't a lot of times sound like a L. A lot of times it ends up sounding more like an like for instance in the word label,
April.
April. Same. Can you hear a difference here between April and April?
April.
Can you hear a difference between
Wow,
pro
that's
and pro?
crazy. It's
Pro.
April. April.
Or
April.
there's also
No,
April.
April. Okay. Should I? April. April.
Don't. I wouldn't even think about it as a short I sound. I would focus on just that dark L, just that
I
old sound.
I know. It's
Yeah.
April. 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 No?
Yeah, I like those first two that you did.
April. April. April.
Yeah.
Local water levels weren't read correctly.
Look at you practicing firmness. Weren't red. You'll need the past parcel. Weren't red. Can you say correctly?
Correctly. Correctly.
Let's go a little weaker on that L sound. Correctly.
Correctly. Correctly.
That was better.
Correctly.
Okay. Pretty open there at the end here. Good job. Can you say local?
Local. Local.
Go just a little. I like the second one a little bit more. Trying to go real weak on that O at the end. Local.
Local. Local.
Okay. Can you say
Local.
local water levels?
Local water levels.
Slightly firmer on the R if you can on water. Local water levels.
Local water levels.
Water.
Water. Water. Water.
Can you just say for me?
Water.
Do you hear difference between
Water.
Yeah,
Water. Water.
Let's try to get a little more breath coming through. Can you smile for me, Ray? Oh, look at that. Such a happy guy. Okay, can you say for me?
Water.
No, smile more. I want to see teeth.
Water. Water. Water.
Yeah, a little more open there. Water levels.
Water levels. Water levels.
It's Stress water, not levels. Water levels.
Water levels.
Local water levels.
Local water levels.
Okay, local water levels weren't read correctly.
Local water levels weren't read correctly.
Weren't read. Weren't read. Past participle.
Local
Weren't read.
water levels weren't read correctly.
So it's not weren't read, it's weren't read.
Ah. Local water levels weren't read correctly.
Yes, better. Watch out for correctly again with that li at the end. So it want to be a little softer. Correctly.
Correctly.
Correct. Stress wrecked. Correctly.
Correctly.
Yeah, those last two. Thanks, those last two a lot more.